Already hit it.
Hey, thank y'all for tuning in. This is the Crawford Chronicles Wednesday podcast. We're going a day early because Homer Chris, we're sending him on location. Not really. He's going with his family to Florida, but he's going to do a remote for us. But thank y'all for tuning in. It's always a good time to get together. But as always, we got Homer Chris with us, Sweet Bee Bones Bryles, and I'm your host, PK. Fellas, how y'all doing, man? Halfway through the week?
Yeah, man. Pretty busy. Actually, pretty stoked that the way it worked out the way it did. With Bryles going to be holding it down on the field tomorrow, and then you've got the work meeting going on, so that kind of forced us to have to go tonight. So it looks like I won't have to wait till next Thursday to join y'all back. As PK said, I will be going on location. I will be in West Palm Beach on March 10th for the Astros and Orioles. But man, besides that, just lots of little league stuff, man. Bryles, how's your week going?
Good, man. Hump day. And just like you said, I'm getting ready for that big League City Little League baseball game tomorrow. Excited for that. I'm like the bench coach that actually gets to run the show. So that's going to be fun. But anyway, other than that, yeah, we had some pretty exciting Astros spring training games that we're going to be getting into. So I'm looking forward to talking about that. Including the ABS system being out this week. So that's going to be interesting. And then, honestly, with the World Baseball Classic, I'm looking forward to it, man. I threw it out on X already. It's starting tomorrow at 4 a.m. So everybody get up, brew a cup of coffee, and join me. PK, how you doing, buddy?
Pretty good, man. Busy week, but overall pretty good. And this weekend, I will have the pleasure. I don't know if it's the pleasure, but I will be at George R. Brown all weekend with the volleyball tournament at the same time that World Baseball Classic games are going on a block away. So parking will be awesome, like it was last year when Astros played and we were playing there, and it took us an hour to get out of the damn garage. So, but yeah, man, all good. Like Bryles said, we're here with on a Wednesday. And we're gonna send Chris off here, when we get done. But I guess there's like several kind of breaking news. We're gonna get into it tonight. The first one, we talked to Bryles right before we came live. There was a report, right? Pena was taking some ground balls today. Ball hops up, hits him in the finger. He's got a fractured finger, so he's gonna miss the first round of WBC. We'll kind of see what Dana Brown says after the X-rays. I guess is kind of what I read. But it's another WBC injury. You know what I mean? I mean, this is why I think we've talked about it before, where as cool as it is for these players to go play for the national team, and who's to say it wouldn't happen, right, on our practice fields, but like it seems to happen when they're not playing for the Astros. You know what I'm saying? So monitor that. Astros got their top 30 prospects released today. I'm going to put Chris on the spot. He's going to try to name the top 11. In no particular order, even though I told him it'd be really cool if you could nail the top 11 in order. But we'll see how good he does. And then we'll get into the 3 games for this week. So, Chris, let's get this prospect thing going. I want to see how good you are. Now, when I asked you earlier, you said, well, I gave him, I said, look, if you can name the top 11, that would be cool. If you could do the top 5 in order, that would be awesome. And he was stumping on 4. He didn't give me the names, but he came up with 4. So I haven't heard anything, and he has not seen the list. So let's see.
I have not.
Let's see what he has.
All right. So I'm going to try to go in order. I'm going to say Kelvin Alvarez is taking over at number 1.
Correct.
Okay. So then I'm going to probably put see, this is where I'm kind of like going back and forth. I'm going to go with Xavier Nayens as number 2.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Now we're cooking. I'm going to go with Bryce Matthews as number 3.
He would be number 4.
Damn it. All right. So then I would have to go Walker Yannick at number 3.
He would be number 5.
Okay. So I told you I knew for a fact I had I maybe Ethan Frey.
Those are your 4 you knew, right? Okay.
Yeah. Ethan Frey would be the wild card for top 5.
Yeah. He's number 3. Frey 3.
Okay.
Matthews,
all right. Not too bad. All
All right,
right.
that's
So
your top
now,
5.
so
Now,
trying to
in no particular order, the rest of
no
them.
particular order. Where I would say Ethan Pecco is probably top 11.
He's 7.
I'm gonna go Miguel Uola.
He's actually 13 on this list.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Micah Noor probably in there.
Not in the top 11.
Okay. What about Meyer? What's his name? Max.
Bryce Mayer,
Yeah, Mayer.
6. He's number 6.
Okay. Man, now we're starting to get really it's tough, man.
There's
Get deep
one.
into the
There's
roster
two.
now.
There's three. There's 3 pitchers that you haven't named. Did you name Pecco? You named Pecco, right?
Yeah, I did name Pecco.
Okay, so there's 2 pitchers left on this list.
Are they in AAA or AA?
One's rookie ball. One is in Major League.
Oh,
Major League
boy.
roster.
Blue ball?
Yeah,
Is
he's
he
number
still
8.
technically? Okay, I thought. Okay, so yeah, I don't think he hit 50 innings yet. Single A, that's gonna be tough.
2 of them actually in rookie.
Is it Santa? I'm
No.
trying to remember. No, it's not Santa.
No.
Yeah,
Pitcher.
then I mean, Rick.
Okay, so you giving up on that one? You got one
Yeah.
dude that like. Okay, so number 9 is Ryan Forcucci.
Okay.
Cookie? I don't know.
Yeah.
Double C's. Forcucci. So however you want to say
Okay.
it. Albert Fermin, shortstop, number 10.
Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that.
Is that the dude that we traded for like in the offseason?
I don't think so.
That name sounds familiar, though.
No, we probably drafted him. He's a rookie ball. And then Zach
Yeah.
Cole's number 11.
I keep. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I mean,
Not bad. Not bad.
I did get the top 5. Almost got it in complete order, but yeah. I mean, like,
You got the top 8 pretty easy, right?
I mean, the hype is real around Nayans and
Alvarez.
Frey and Alvarez too. I mean, like, and from what we've seen so far, I mean, Walker Yannick has definitely turned a lot of heads. I still don't think he'll make the roster out of camp, but I mean, like, I think that if you're an Astros fan, there's enough meat on this prospect bone to like
Oh,
where
yeah.
like I don't think we should buy into the whole the Astros have one of the worst farm systems in the league. I mean, because we may like statistically or however MLB's Jonathan Mayo does his rankings. I mean, but the guys we call up, they contribute, and that's what you want. I mean, they may not all be Albert Pujols or Mike Trout or any of those guys, but they contribute when you need them to contribute. So I'd rather have those guys than a bunch of top 100 prospects, and they come out here and they flame out. So, I mean, I was kind of shocked to see Alvarez jump to number 1. I figured they would have had Matthews stuff to number 1.
Well, how old is Alvarez? What is he, like 19?
18.
I don't even know. Yeah, I was gonna say he's not even
18?
19. Yeah, he's 18. Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Your top 2 prospects are 18 and 19.
That's crazy, man. But no, it's that's good to see though. I mean, these guys are coming up. They're actually, going through the system like they should. And we've talked about it 100 times about how we may not get like these top tier guys, but I think our scouting department, 1, has done a fantastic job. And then 2, our developmental, staff down in the lower parts of minor leagues has taken these guys under their wing and just absolutely produced good baseball players out of them. So it's been fantastic to see what they can actually do when they get a hold of these like young kids. And the fact that our number 1 guy is 18 is ridiculous. And to what Chris was saying earlier, I think one of the biggest surprises on that is Ethan Frey. And everybody keeps saying, how good he was coming up as a teenager. But now, like seeing what he's doing with us and our system, I'm excited to see him too. So, yeah, I thought seeing that list, I saw a bunch of surprises on there, and it was a lot of fun to actually see these guys produce a little bit in some spring training games too.
I think Ethan went yard today, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah,
he did.
He did.
Yeah.
The thing with Yannick, dude, like he's like a lot quicker. And I think we talked about it maybe a little bit on Sunday, but he's a lot quicker than I pictured for a catcher. And he's not like his build is not as, like usually the catchers are kind of, short, kind of thick,
and stocky. Yeah.
Short and thick. You know what I mean? But this guy's like, to me, was pretty slim, right? I mean, he's mean, he's 5'11", 190, right? That's what they have his measurables at, and he's pretty damn quick. So, Bryce Matthews, I mean, like, my first thought was like, okay, Bryce was at one point our top prospect, right? Wasn't he? Was he not?
Yes. Yeah.
Right. And so, you've got, three other guys that are younger than you that have jumped you. I mean, Bryce is going to get his opportunity, right? I mean, I know he was playing some center field, here recently also because they're, anybody on the Astros has an outfield glove, you know what I mean? Has their 14-inch glove.
Right.
No, I would say, with the exception of Yonder Diaz, he does not get an outfield glove.
That's correct. He couldn't track a ball down, right? Let him stay behind the plate. But Kevin Alvarez, man, I know that last year, whenever we signed him, we had Astros Future on, and he had a bunch of great things to say about him. Even then, I think he stayed in a Dominican league or Cuban league. I think for one that year that we signed him, he's a lefty with a lot of pop. I'm sure you guys have seen the videos of Xavier Nayans, right? I mean, the dude has a violent swing. I mean, it is like nothing but power, right? Kind of like it reminded me of like a Bryce Harper swing, right? Just so much speed coming through. So it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome to see, man. And Ethan Frey, like all he's doing is just setting himself up to continue to ascend right through the minor league system. I mean, they have him in A-ball right now. Expectation is 28, right? I mean, he could potentially be in Sugarland that Chris is going to go watch him this year. Who knows, right? If he keeps, we know how quickly Dana Brown will move these guys up if they're dominating, in the league that they're in, right? We saw that with Loperfido. We saw that with Zach Cole, right? And Zach Cole got 13 games last year, right, in AAA before he got called up to the bigs and he hits a bomb in his first game, right? So the future looks bright, man. And I agree with Chris. We talked about it before. Like these rankings where they rank the organizations based on their prospects or the amount of the top 100 prospects, whatever, it's not always accurate. All these guys that the Astros get, when they come up for the most part, they all contribute. We saw that all last year, and it's going to continue to be that way. So it's good little entry to it, man. I'm pretty pumped. I'm pretty pumped about the future for sure. But let's get into these games, man. Let's see. We had a tie on Monday. We had a tie on Monday. It was 3-3. Again, doesn't matter. The big thing was Hunter Brown started. I watched a little bit of this game. Couple walks. He had a couple walks, 3 Ks. He gave up 1 run, went 2 2/3, right? Pitch count. I think a couple of his walks were in the same inning, right? Like right towards the end of him, getting out. But I mean, you saw 1, 2, 3 of your bullpen guys in that game also, right? With Okert, Ron Abreu, and Bennett Sousa, right? Now, if you listen to the show, you know that I like Bennett Sousa. I mean, he came out of nowhere last year, lefty that brings gas, right? He went an inning. He did give up a run, but Ron Abreu, who's probably going to be our opening day closer, right? Because Hader's not throwing off a mound yet. You know what I'm saying? So he's still throwing on flat ground, which that whole thing, like, there's almost no reporting on that. Have y'all noticed that?
Yeah, I really haven't heard anything.
Nothing other than like he's throwing on flat ground. So I would probably, the closer we get, the longer that Hader goes of throwing on flat ground, obviously to me signals that he's possibly not going to be ready for opening day, which means Abreu is going to be your closer. But yeah, what do y'all have for this game on Monday? Anything?
I mean, yeah, I don't have a whole lot. I really didn't watch it. Monday was let's see, what did I do Monday? Oh no, yeah, I was on duty on Monday. So yeah, I mean, I got to watch a handful of baseball games. It's just one of them wasn't the Astros. So yeah.
Oh, you were at the park all night.
Yeah.
No, my only concern, honestly, though, with Abreu is after he came in relief, and I think they put him in on like the 3rd inning or something like that. It was like very first pitch, he throws a meatball like right down the middle, but he threw it with smoke. I think it hit like 97 on the clock, but it very quickly got exited into left field. So that's a little bit of a problem. He hasn't had the best spring, let's be honest, but we've talked about it 100 times. Don't base what these guys do in spring on how their performance is going to look once opening day and game 1 hits. So
yeah,
I'm not too terribly worried about it as of this moment. The big thing is I want to make sure that he gets his work in. He gets to that mindset of a closer right now. and then is able to actually switch that from closer to setup guy once we do get some news on Hader. But to your point, I am a little, concerned about that too. It's like, okay, so we've got Hader throwing off flat ground, but we didn't have him for the majority of the season of last year. So it's like, hey, you've got to get healthy. We need you out there. We need you out there getting saves for us. And then that makes our bullpen elite. Without Hader, our bullpen, I hate to tell you, is not elite. We've got a bunch of good guys. Don't get me wrong, but it's not something that's going to have the rest of the American League shaking in their boots when we're going out there and playing games.
Well, let me hop in on that real quick. I mean, yeah. I mean, like, of course, with Hader potentially, and again, we don't know because they've kind of kept a really tight lip on this. I mean, but I do think you have other options. I mean, so like we saw Abreu struggle last year in the closer role. I'd like to see what Nate Pearson can do. I mean, because that's another kid that could throw 99 plus. I mean, so I mean, and again, I don't haven't really. I think I've seen him throw once. I mean, so I don't really know how else he's doing as far as in what other outings he's had. I mean, but you got capable guys that can go up there and throw gas. I mean, so and again, I'm not saying that Nate Pearson is going to be the next Josh Hader. I'm not saying that, but I mean, you do have some arms that can go up there, throw gas. I mean, you could potentially hand it over to Bennett Sousa. Now, again, perfect world butterflies, unicorns. Abreu just slides right into that closer role, and has the mental capacity to handle that responsibility. But I do think, I mean, like you can kind of get around it. Like I said, you can start to groom. Someone like Nate Pearson. You can, or hopefully someone like Bennett Sousa to kind of be like that. Or they could share a setup role, kind of based on what the matchup is in the lineup. But yeah, I mean, like name wise, as far as name value, yeah, it's a big loss. I mean, of course, Josh Hader, definitely bounced back last season. I mean, but like I still think you do have other options to where it's not going to be doom and gloom if Josh Hader may not be available for the first few weeks of the season.
Well, like you go back to your matchups. I mean, hell, you got like 19 freaking lefties in there. It's not really.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, so
you got De Los Santos, who I think is still hurt.
Yeah,
Lottery Munoz, right? Who we have, has to stay on the 40 man because the Rule 5. I got to be missing another righty. I think I'm not. I don't think I am.
Well, you got the guy from San Francisco, Tang.
Tang, yeah.
So
Tang.
And you still got McCullers. I mean, so
well, there's also France. I mean, like he pitched in this game too.
Yeah, but I think France will start the season out in Sugar.
Yeah, he'll be down. Yeah,
I like Lance McCullers could be a super sneaky guy that comes in. I mean, he's in the contract year. More than likely, he's not going to come back with the Astros next season. So there's a guy that has everything to prove.
Mm-hmm.
And, we kind of see how Astros players do when they're in their contract year. You look at Correa was one of his better offensive seasons. I mean, you never know.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Logan Van Way got in an inning. Oakert went to 1/3 of an inning, and so yeah, that was it. That was your Monday game. Oh, Jordan made his. I believe it was his spring training debut, right? I believe it was.
Yeah, I think so.
It was.
Yeah, over 3, 2 Ks. It's Jordan.
Yeah,
it's the first game.
That's fair.
I mean, I'm okay. That's like one of the guys on the team that I don't even worry about. Like,
get him out of the way now.
Is stay healthy, bro. Stay freaking healthy. That's all I need you to do. You'll get your time in and your swing in. You know what I mean? So, so this would be. Let's go to the exhibition game against Venezuela last night.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. Now, we got a text in our group chat, and I cannot repeat the text other than Yiner's slow. Okay, and then you can add your adjective.
I think that was.
You can.
I think that was my text.
Yes, that was Chris.
Yes, and so that was the group chat was silent until that text, and then I was like, oh damn, okay, let's go look at this, right? So you end up winning 3-1, right? You win on I almost call him Salvador Carlos Perez 2-run bomb, right? And I think it was in the eighth inning.
Nah,
In
yeah,
the
it was
bottom
like
of the eighth.
seventh or eighth. It was
Was the
pretty
bottom of
late.
the
It was
eighth.
really late in the game.
Yeah, it was late.
Yeah, it was bottom of the 8th. Yeah.
Yeah, bottom of the eighth. Yeah, and there was a little bit of a little bit of debate on if it was fair or foul, right? Like SCHN like showed how the foul poles, in minor league camp don't go as high as they do in the big league, stadiums, and there's not really a camera down the line, all the things, right? But in the day, it's an exhibition game. You do win. But yeah, so Chris, let's expand on the text. Let's expand on the text that you sent us regarding Yiner.
Yeah, so I turned it on, and like I said, I had totally forgot that they were showing the game because I thought they were only showing it on MLB. But then when I saw it, so of course it was that play at home where Cam Smith got a base hit, and so they decide they're going to send Yiner from second, and it's just like I don't know if he's just trying to like not go at 100%, because he was told not to go at 100%. But like that ball was come in, the catcher bobbled it, had a chance to like look for it, find it, and Diaz was still about 4 steps away. And that's when I happened, to send the text saying, "Hello, my fine gentleman. Our good favorite catcher is lacking in the speed department."
Yes,
exactly. But it's funny
that
though.
Was verbatim.
That's exactly verbatim what I wrote. But then Walker Yana comes in. Takes 4 balls and then immediately still second. So it's just
with a no throw. With a no throw.
Yeah, with a no throw. Yeah. So that was Yiner Diaz is driving Miss Daisy, trying to score, and he was not successful.
Yeah, Javier made his debut that night too, last night.
Yeah, he didn't look that bad either. I mean, like for it being his first start, I think he's another one that's, he pitched, a handful of innings last season, and he's had a whole off season now. He's working his way back from Tommy John. He's another one that, he could, if he returns to the Javier, pre-injury. I mean, like if you look at what Hunter Brown is, and again, this is a lot of ifs. I mean, and I get it. It's a lot of ifs. But like, excuse me, but if Javier returns to the Javier pre-injury, you've got Imai does what he did over in Japan. You've got Mike Burrows right now, who looks like a freaking like the steal of the offseason. I mean, I don't see why everyone's blowing their load over Seattle's rotation. I think this rotation, again, and you have to line up these ifs. This rotation can hang with any rotation in baseball. And then if we're going to continue to play the if game, I think Christian Walker is primed for a bounce back season. I'm not going to say he's going to hit 350 and hit 75 home runs, but then if Jordan's healthy, now you got 2 bruisers back in the lineup. I mean, this could be one of the most underrated, most dangerous teams in the majors right now. And that's the big question, if things go the way they could go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, on the Venezuela game, real quick, the one thing that I did want to get back to on that is if you looked at the lineups on Tuesday and you looked at what the Astros were putting out there and you looked at what Team Venezuela was putting out there was no way we were winning that game. I mean, it literally looked like an all-star squad going out there against it. And this turned into basically what looked like a Major League Baseball scrimmage game, I guess is the best way to put it. The ABS system wasn't working, which was, I thought, hilarious. And then, right, we had
not to interrupt you. It's not that it wasn't working; it's that they're not allowed to use it in WBC. So,
okay,
that's why. Yeah,
it was not available. Okay, I did misspeak on that one. So yeah, it was unavailable. So thank you. So they didn't have ABS. I know everybody was complaining about that. And the entire stadium is filled with Team Venezuela fans, right? So anyway, all that's going on. The big controversy with a home run going out to left field. There's the winds whipping like 35 miles an hour. So nobody knows what's going on. everybody's up in arms when they called it a home run. Perez is like coming back to the plate because he thought it was foul.
Oh yeah, I
and
forgot
then
about that.
ended up going and rounding the bases after the base coach is like signaling for it, and it was crazy. And then after that, I saw that I wasn't really paying attention. I walk off and then I come back and I'm looking at like the last at bat, and I noticed that we're pitching, and I'm looking and I was like, wait, that guy's not wearing a Team Venezuela jersey. What is he wearing? Oh, wait, that's an Astros minor leaguer right now in an Astros jersey getting struck out by an Astro. And the minor leaguer was playing for Team Venezuela. So I was like, okay, I swear to God, it was like a scrimmage game, but it was a lot of fun to watch. I'll say that. And it was a lot of fun to upset some Venezuelan nationals who made sure to get there for that game. But anyway, it was a fun one. So any of you guys that have the Sports City Network Plus or whatever, you can go back and watch it on a replay. It's definitely worth your time if you've got it.
Well, plus you had an Astro minor leaguer playing second also at the end of the game too. And so I was asking Chris, was like, who is this guy? I think it's Monastery. I don't know. I've never seen him. But anyways, so going back to the Carlos Perez home run, I think I texted the group, and I don't know how many of the listeners played, slow pitch softball back in the day, but like there were certain parks that when you hit a home run, all you had to do was trot down and touch first, and then that was it. You didn't have to you didn't just circle the bases. So that was the first thing that came to my mind. I was like, oh damn, okay, like we're trying this out. Like just jog down to first, touch it, and that's considered your run. That's what. And so, it was a cool atmosphere, man. Watching these national teams, scrimmage games against these MLB clubs, like you can feel the excitement with those fans, especially in like the Caribbean teams, right? Like Dominican, Venezuelan team, Puerto Rico's going to be loud. Their fans. I mean, it's going to be awesome. So it's like one of the awesome things about this WBC is that the passion of baseball from that location, right? Latin America is like, it's insane. And this is just a scrimmage game. This wasn't even real pool games, right? So you can imagine how it's going to be starting tomorrow. One thing I want to talk about this one is Micah Noor.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Dude, like the dude was throwing some gas. I mean, just straight gas. And I think I text Chris and I was like, who is this guy? Who is this guy?
Yeah. So Michael Noor, I believe he was down in AA. He's definitely like, again, one of those arms that you're kind of paying attention to. I think a lot of the time, like you're going to get, a lot more coverage on guys like Ethan Pecco, Bryce Mayer, stuff like that. I mean, but he's, Uwolo's starting to get a lot more traction. But he's one of those guys that, he's definitely someone that the Astros are going to, definitely keep on the radar. And another guy who looked really good last night was Sam Carlson. He came in, he shut down that offense, and I think my favorite part of the Micah Noor versus Ronald Acuna, not to mention he got him striking out looking, was the fact that he got called. I think it was strike 2, and Acuna tried to do the ABS, and everyone just looked at him like he was dumb. It's like, dude, there's no ABS. So and then the next pitch was like, God, I think it was like 98 on the corner, and there was just nothing he could do with it. I mean, so like it's good to see these kids, and these kids aren't striking out. Like Joe Schmo that's playing for, Pittsburgh's, single A team down in Altoona, or their double A team that's down in Altoona. I mean, this is, a potential National League MVP almost every single season of Ronald Acuna, and he made him look silly. Yeah, he owned it. I mean, so I know Bryles was talking about the bullpen earlier. I mean, but Sam Carlson's making the case to make this team. He's looked
Awesome.
very good. He's looked very good in all of his appearances. I mean, so yeah, I mean, like I think there's some kids that definitely came to camp with the intentions of, hey, I'm going to get my name on the radar, and they've absolutely achieved that. I mean, there's some names that I mean, even myself, I was like, man, who the heck is this kid? Then I look him up, and then I kind of keep an eye on him. I'm like, oh, okay, all right, I see you. I mean, but like, yeah, man. And that's the good thing about, like these spring training games. You get a chance to see kids that, a lot of people aren't going to watch, Fayetteville Woodpecker baseball,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But you see these kids now that are got the invite to the big league camp, and you get to see them on I don't want to call it a national stage, but pretty close for them. It's as big as the stages they've seen so far. And you kind of now you get to watch these kids grow throughout the system, and for some of these kids like Frey, definitely Walker Yannick. I mean, it's going to be. I don't think it'll be that much longer before we see some of these guys, and it's going to be like, man, I remember when this guy popped on my radar when he made, Acuna look silly, freezing at a 98-mile-an-hour fastball in the corner.
Yeah, no, for sure. And we talked about, we're going to move into today's game because we got a few more minutes left, but we talked about Uola. The dude is still struggling. It hasn't been, I don't think, the spring that I think we envisioned for him. He didn't start today. He went 2, but he did pitch 2 2/3, 3 hits, 2 earned, 2 bombs, 2 Ks, and a walk. But Blue Ball and Gordon pitched today. So Gordon did his thing. 2 1/3, 2 hits, no runs. Blue Ball 2 2/3, 2 hits, no runs. Kind of what you expect from from Gordon, because that's what he did all season for us. Blue Ball, that's what he did all at the end of the season for us. Right, it was just come in and be shut down. So that's what you got on that one. Frey, we talked about earlier. He went yard today. I mean, you win 4-2. You beat the Orioles. Loperfido was over. He was hitting leadoff. He was playing right field. He had 2 Ks. Nothing too crazy about Loperfido on the return, huh?
He looked good defensively. I'll give him that. Because I did watch a little bit of that game with Loperfido playing in the outfield. He did look good. Alonso got hosed at the plate, which honestly, I would love to give our defense the credit for that one, but that was more on the Orioles third base coach who sent him when he had no business doing it. Like the ball had already hit the plate and to Salazar, and literally Alonso wasn't even in the TV shot yet. That's how bad it was. So
yes,
let's just confirm that. So anyway, that's how that went. But anyway, no, I think he's looked good defensively. But other than that, you're right. He's still got some things he's got to work out at the plate.
You got anything, Chris, on this one?
No, I mean,
breaking news. Breaking news.
Dynamite drop in, Chris.
Yeah,
those podcast schools are really paying off.
Thanks for the added info, Chris. Back to you.
Yeah, I mean, like again, you said it yourself. I mean, like Colton Gordon has kind of cemented himself as, if he's not the guy that if he doesn't make the club out of spring, he's probably going to be the first one on the phone if we need someone to come up and make a spot start. I mean, like he's been pretty much exactly what he's been. He's going to be that guy that gives you 5. He'll give up anywhere from 2 to 4 runs, and he's the guy that if you need a spot start, he'll be that guy. Blue Ball is Blue Ball, man. I mean, like I will say this with everything that I've seen pitching wise, and it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to be Dana Brown and Joe Espada trying to only select a couple of these arms, because like a lot of these arms have really impressed. I mean, so now I know everyone's going to trip about the batting and stuff like that. I mean, but like I would rather them. I'm sure that Victor Rodriguez has got them doing stuff, for each game that they're working on. I mean, so I would rather them be where they're at now and then put it into full effect on opening day than be one of these teams that are like 19-1, or I think they played 26, 27 games, but be like 25-2 with everybody, with their team batting average of like 900. And then they go into the regular season and they start the season, 2-12 with like, no one can hit their way out of a paper bag. So just again, everyone relax. It's spring training. I mean, so yeah, it is what it is.
And with that, we say goodbye to Chris as we send him off to West Palm Beach. He'll be on remote for us with his family, but he'll be there regardless. He'll be there regardless. So we'll get something from Chris while he's there. But I want to thank everyone for tuning in, as y'all always do. Thanks for the continued support. We love doing this. It's a good time, man. We're getting closer and closer to opening day. Me and Bryles will be back on Sunday, 8 o'clock probably, somewhere in there.
Yep, I'll be live via remote from McKinney State Park.
That's right.
There you go. So, I like it.
But yeah, we'll be back on Sunday. Chris will be back with us the following Thursday when he gets back. But thank y'all again, man. This is the Crawford Chronicles. I'm your host, PK. That's Homer Chris. Sweet Bee Bones Browse. Y'all have a good weekend.
Thank goodness we hang on to Paredes, right?
Yeah.
For now.
For now, man. We'll see.